Right, now we are ready for the exciting step, building your paper prototype. If you are working with younger learners, I would suggest that you stop at the pitch your idea. The paper prototype is really for the older learners. It's showing specifically how the app works, and it really involves a lot of logical thinking and connecting different buttons. So it helps to have a little bit of a knowledge of apps before you take this final step. So in this part of the lesson, they are going to create a paper prototype showing the basic features their app is going to have. In this process, they need to think very carefully about the sequence that their app follows and how it processes information. For this, again, you will need the design thinking booklet. Although there are lots of ways where you can do this just with paper. So you can start off with a discussion just about apps in general. What apps learners use, what they've seen, what makes them work well, what makes them look good. Then you're going to explain to learners that they are going to make a paper prototype of an app. A paper prototype is something that app developers use to decide exactly how the app's going to look and how it's going to work. It's a great way for app developers to plan the app out before they construct it. It's sort of a way to decompose or break the app down into its screens and buttons. For example, they can plan what happens when they push a specific button, which screen it will take them to, and how they get backwards and forwards in navigation. So in the activity, you can use the templates in the design thinking booklet, or learners can create their own, and they are going to design a paper prototype. So they're going to design the main screens of their app, showing exactly how their app is going to work and what the main features are going to be. Now, in their groups, they can divide up tasks so that different people are working on different parts of the app and show how they link together, what happens when you click specific buttons. Once you've finished, you can cut the templates out and work on a large sheet of paper to show how they connect. So for example, drawing a line from one button to the screen that button connects to. When they're finished, they can test the app and see how it works. For example, this is an anxiety bubble game that my grade 6s created. So because we're lucky enough to have Chromebooks, they used Google Slides to make their paper prototype, but you could achieve the same with paper. So in this app, they had to build all the buttons and they had to show how their screens connect. You can see over here, they've got some options for logging in, and then they show a conversation with the AI friend you can chat to, other stuff that you can do, and how their app basically works. When you've finished, you can end off the discussion by asking them to think about how app screens that they work with often connect together to make them function. So, for example, like they can think of WhatsApp and they can think about, now that they've got a better understanding, is think about how WhatsApp is divided into different screens, how those screens connect together, what moves users from one screen to the next. And think about the fact that the person creating that app had to plan out all those things, had to plan out those processes and what happens. Now it's your turn. Even if it's just simple, plan a little bit of a paper prototype showing exactly how your app is going to work and the main features that it's going to have. At least use 4 of the blocks, even if it's just a simple sketch design.